Hello and welcome to another recording for my channel. I will actually be playing this mission again purely because the mission rewards have changed. So we'll get to that at the end of the mission and I'll show you what I've done. Now this will be a quick playthrough. I will be clicking on all the dialogue to quickly get rid of them, so it should be a lot shorter than the last video. I do seem to still get killed very easily on this one, so I am sorry about that, but yeah, I haven't got my ship fully fledged out just yet, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of damage. And I'm about, oh, there we go. It actually lasted a bit longer than I have in any of the other missions. Okay. So this is replay number 6. So this is the 7th playthrough of this particular mission I've done. And I'll show you why at the end again. Focusing down here, didn't realise I wasn't firing on anything. Okay, try to keep an eye on here and here at the same time. Okay, they've defeated the last of the ships by the sounds of it. Not now, let's just have a look, make sure no red ships, okay. Okay, also noticed one shortcut, I guess you could say. Just keep going, try to get into the corner here, and that way I can't be, I can't think of the word. Let's see if I, whoa, that's the first time I've actually died, I think, because I was trying something new that obviously didn't work. Thought it actually helped, but it did not. Any loot, one loot drop. Okay. Jump out of the way before the grenade is dropped. Jump, 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 jump. One more. Oh, he's already down. Okay. Pick up the loot. Okay. So again, it's been a long time since I've played the lower level missions because all my characters that I've leveled up have already done all these sort of things. So I have forgotten one or two little things. Let's get out of the blast range. It is good to have your camera on a bit of a slant down so you can actually see the floor, because when things are going to be thrown at you or events are going to be activated, the floor around you will light up to say that you're about to be attacked. So it's always good to have a bit of a down angle instead of just having it flat out. The other one already down. Oh, they must have taken him out else. Okay. So, again, I like to pick up everything I can, because it does help later on in the game. When you get to the, like, again, if you're starting up at level 1 at the end game, it does help to collect all the resources you can. Especially if you plan on doing research. Okay, so let's jump down here. Investigate. Run to the sick bay. This is the shortcut I just figured out. Again, I probably figured it out once before, but let's just skip the dead body. Jump up here and check the record. So what you're looking for is the Neuralite probe. That's the only one you need to look at, and then you can skip the other 4, and then you can do the med kit check. As you can see, just quickly going through the dialogue so I don't have to redo the entire video and make it, I think the last one's 1 hour long, but I was also talking after it. So this one might be a bit longer because I will have a bit of something to say afterwards, but you can see that it's going a lot quicker than the previous one because I'm just skipping past a bit few of the dialogue options. No matter how many times I do this map, I always get lost, confused as to where the doorways are. If you're wondering where that gas is, it's actually above your head. I'm not sure if the you can just see up here, it's above that. It's not always gas. Last time it was ore. Okay, triolic, we know it's triolic, so let's just scan for that. Continue, bolt for the bridge. Every single time. Now, I do remember, I'm pretty sure the last time I went and did this mission, the Phantasm, or the boss fight at the end, that would always arrive at the same time. They'd all spawn at the same time. So I think they've changed that slightly, so you got a bit of a chance to destroy the weaker ones before you get attacked by the boss. It's either that or I used to rush into the middle and it activates when you get to the middle. I'm not sure. Okay, and here comes the Phantasm. I do again remember the last time I played this, the Phantasm did actually kill me quite easily, so I'm not sure if the Jem'Hadar have a better shielding or what, or they've changed the difficulty level. Okay, so let's go take the item and the other one. And again, another shortcut to get through this really quickly is to activate the file.
Our mission.
Harris, let him.
Oh, wrong one.
Science officer.
There you go, it's quick and easy, you don't have to read everything, listen to everything. Return to ship. I will transwarp to Kunos so I can get to the bank account, but what I've done this time is I've done the mission 6 more times, including this run through. And as you can see, they've actually put a shield for the ship and another shield for the ship. And then once you've done the mission at least once, the lockbox will unlock as well. So we'll just hail the Dominion. Get the regenerative. Hope that's the right one.
Everything we do is for the Empire.
Okay, so let's transwarp to Kunos. Hopefully it will let me. Awesome. Okay, and I'll show you what I've done when I get to Kunos banking system, so I can actually get rid of the products as I do it. Product items. So let's get as close to the planet so we can beam down. I always choose the Academy because the first city is very big and hard to kind of find your way around. So we want to go down through the Academy, which is a lot smaller and spaced out, easier to find things. Okay. Oh, and for some reason, even though this is my 7th playthrough, as soon as I get here, I'll show you. I can play it straight away. I don't have that half-hour cooldown. Now, again, I don't play these all that often, so I don't know if it's the lower levels that only have this, where you can replay immediately, or if they've actually changed the settings with the last update with the Gamma Quadrant, that they've actually just taken that half-hour cooldown out. I do know that they left the cooldown in here because I actually have played that with my other character. Okay, so let's... For some reason, the Klingon bank does not activate properly. Okay, so we'll just move this up here. We'll move this food out of the way. Weapon, let's put that there and that there. Ship weapon, let's make a gap there. Just so it makes it a little easier to figure out where we are and what we're doing. Another food, another weapon, put a gap in between. Move that. Okay, so within those 6 times I did the missions, again I'll activate it, but I'll delete it once I've done this. Yeah, let's have a replay.
We have reports of a true wave fleet entering the new...
Okay, so let's have a look. So I've got 4 of these shields, the phase shields for the crew that I have determined will be my Denivian Defense Force. I've got the Covariant shield, and I've got the Regenerative shield. So I've got, I did it 6 more times to get it. I got this on the first round. Now this is not something you really need to worry about. These are the Deep Space Nine lockbox, which is active at this point. I think I got at least 1. 7. I think I had 3 before, so I've got 7 just in this playthrough. These are the other 2 things I had active at the time. These 3 are the ones I got from the first mission, so we're not going to count those. So I've got the 4 shields for the personnel. I've got 2 shields. Now these ones you don't really need to collect. The Covariant shield and the Regenerative shield are 2 kind of shields you will automatically just constantly collect throughout the game. But just to get everything on that list, I did it the 6 times to get those 2 shields. Plus the first round where I got the ship device. So now you can see here that I've got 1, 2 uncommon shields, 3 common. I've got 2 kit modules. Oh, sorry, 2 kits, sorry. The science and engineering kit. I'm a tactical, so I can't actually use those. And then I've got a module and another module for the kits. hyper sprays, which are used to regenerate people, help heal. That's to help defend in ground combat. And then I've got power armor. I'm thinking of Fallout, sorry. Just armor. Got 5 common and 1 uncommon. Power cells, I think, helps with your weapons. I got 5 ground weapons here. I got 2 impulse engines from space battles, 2 space weapons, and then I've got some supplies which help with duty assignments. Let's have a look. So you can see here I've already finished a few. Well, that's another thing. I actually collected a bit of resources from finishing these off and starting a few more. So basically I'm not even looking at this. I'm just clicking, click, and as you can see, one disappeared because I ran out of resources for it. So one, I think that should be it actually. Let's make sure we got them all maxed out. No little red triangle there to say it's not possible, so let's start that one. And let's have a look at tactical. And as you can see, can't do this because I've got too many saved up, too many done. So let's have a look. So as you can see, I've collected some food as well. These have benefits of just giving you a bit of extra hit points. Some, I think, might give you a bit more extra damage. Nope, just hit points. Also, some of these can be used on the recipe. So when you... Wrong one. Close that. Not closed, but it's hidden. So when you visit your starship, you can actually go down to the lower decks to your mess hall. And I think sometimes you can actually use these to do turn your common into an uncommon, I think. Again, I haven't played around with that for a very long time. I pretty much just get in, do a bit of space battles to collect a few things and sell them. So let's go to the store. Actually, let's have a look at our bank account. I want to see if I've got anything in there I want to get rid of. Move this over. Okay, got more food. Again, I'm going to keep the food for now. Because eventually that can be useful. Again, I think it might only be lower level options, but for now it's useful. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get rid of that one. I've got this here for myself, so I don't need the cheaper Vanguard, so I get rid of those. Again, this is a kit module, but this is a bound character, so I want to keep it. Let's just have a look. Again, you got these things help with ship. So this will go into your ship devices, and as you can see, it gives you a bit of shield regeneration. And again, I want to keep that, so I'll get 2 of them. I want to keep all these resources for research and not research, sorry, for duty officer assignments. And again, these devices are all very useful at some point, so I'm going to keep all of those. More supplies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the shields as well. So just like the environmental suits, I've got 4 for the team if I need to. I've got 4 for myself. Then I'll keep these 2 shields because they are character bound because of the reward system. But everything else here, except for this one maybe, bound to character. So everything else here, I should be able to sell. None of this should be bound to character. So you can see it says salvageable, salvageable. Bound if I equip it, but I haven't used it. So all of this I should be able to sell. So let's just go to the bank and see what the potential sales would be. Okay, access exchange. Okay, so I've got nothing for sale, but I did have a few things in there, so I've made 15,000 credits. Oh no, there you go, 2 things. So once I've had this in the system for 3 or 4 days, I like to take it out. So I've got 120, so I'll probably drop that to 115. But I don't think it's worth that much. So we'll just have a quick look. Let's move this out. So I'm thinking of 115. Let's have a look. And as you can see, it's dropped. So when I last checked this, there were only a few in there. and now we're about the 115 mark. So you won't sell it at 115. So I'm going to drop it to 55, which seems like once that sells, 55 should be a decent sell price. So let's put that in there for 55. Post. Let's have a look at this console. So 61, I'll probably drop that to 60 unless it's, again, not going to be that expensive. Again, that's blue, so I want to get to the very first blue, so there's a lot of common and uncommon, so there's no blue on the first page. And the first blue is 19, so I had it at 61, so obviously few sold. So again, I'll put it at 20, just to hopefully get some extra credit from that. And again, that's something you've got to do on a constant basis. So plasma turret, let's have a look. There should be a lot of these in there. So as you can see, about the 9.5 mark. So I'm going to put in for 9.6 because I like to drop my intervals by $200 once they get 200 credits by the time they get to 20,000. From 20,000 to 100,000, I drop them by 1,000. Anything above 100,000, I drop by $5,000 lots. After about 3 or 4 days of them being on the market. So you can see that potentially just now I've got about 6.5 potential. Another 12.6. 12. Actually, I might get a calculator so I don't screw this up. Where is my calculator? I've always got one near me, but I seem to have lost it. Be right back. Okay, I found my phone, so that should be good enough. So I won't actually go through and post every single thing. I'll actually just put them in the buy and see what I can get. So 12,600 plus 9,600 plus. Let's have a look. At least 2,000, but probably a bit more, because you can see 2,000, and then the next common is 4, the next common is 5, so you can probably get 3,000 or 4,000 for that. But let's just say 2,000 because that's the lowest price on there. Okay, so we'll just 6,000. Okay, we don't know what the price of that one is, so we'll just take that away for now. Again, probably up to 4,000, but we'll go for 3.5 because that's about a decent halfway mark there. Well, 12.5, but again, that might be a lot less, just because. What was this one? 6, was it? Yeah, so this one will probably be roughly the same, about 6. So we'll just put that as 6. The one after it, again, about 4. This one should be a bit higher because consoles are pretty good for the most part. Oh, okay, not as good as I thought. Let's go about 3.5 because it doesn't seem to be one of the better consoles. So what's it actually do? A drain. Okay, so the ones that do a lot more energy sort of damage or weapons damage are the ones that are more expensive. Let's say about 4, because a lot of them are there about 4,000. So what do we just do? Okay, an engine. 12. But this is not... Oh, it is a green. Okay, so let's go for 12.5. Oh, back 12.5. Another engine. Let's go 12. Okay. Tactical kits. So kits should normally be a half decent price. So let's go for 8. Another kit. 14. Well, you can see it just from 15 to 70, so let's have about 15 because that seems to be a decent low-level price. And again, you give or take depending on the item is as valuable as someone's willing to pay for it, so it really depends. About 5. Should be roughly the same. 5. Let's go for 3, and I think these should all be the same. Okay, so 3, 6, 3 by 5 is 15, so let's go 15,000. Okay. Let's go about 3, 5 because it's a common enough item that they won't sell too fast. Okay, so this one is different. Let's have a look. 3, 5 again. And I think these two are exactly the same. So 3, 5 again. Let's say about 6. Because you can see it goes 10 to 5 and about a couple of 6. So let's go 6. Oh, I can't do any more. Wait, give me 1 second. That 134.2. Okay. Plus 6. Okay. So that was the green one. I'd say 4, 5, but let's just have it at 4. We've rounded a few up, let's round a few down. So that's 4. They're the same, so 4. Another kit. That's green. So as you can see, that actually, see, this is another thing you can look at. Probably buying this. You can see that that's a what is it? A very rare. The very rare seems to be expensive, but I wouldn't go that expensive. So you could probably buy that at 10 and try to sell it for 20. Probably double your value. But I'm looking at the green ones, and the green ones seem to be not here at... Oh, okay, 30,000. So I'm going to say about 10. Because there's 2 common that are about 5 to 10. Then the blues jump up to 15. So the greens, let's just say they're about 10, 9. Let's just round it down slightly. Okay, and then the last one... Search... Green again, about 30,000. So let's just round that down to 29,000. And that equals 186,200 credits. So just from redoing this first mission 6 times, so doing it 7 times in total, I've made almost 200,000 credits possibly in selling my loot collection. That's why you always collect the loot. Oh, and we haven't even found this one yet. So let's just shove that in there. It's actually, we'll just good way to do this is just to delete that, but keep that little comma mark thing there. So let's search, and as you can see, it comes up. So another 20,000 on top of that. Yeah, so 206,000 possible energy credits off that. Then of course we've also, I think we're only up to here, so I've got another 3 different types of resources for my research, And I've also put this these resources up a little. Geranium's an easy one to find, you can see, because it's a common. But the blue ones are a bit rarer. Let's just sort that out and see what we get. So 36 for common, 6, 19, 26, only 1, 5, 11. So you can see there's more. You can get a lot more common than you can other ones. So this one here, so when you're upgrading a engine, this one will actually give you a boost on that. You can see 5,000 points, 2,000 points. So again, just playing through the game, just doing the missions as you would, just playing through, you'll get a lot of bonuses. You'll also notice that it went from like 11,000 experience points down to 3,400. And I think it was 633 down to 211. So once you've done the mission once, it actually does drop dramatically to like a third of the rewards you would have gotten. But again, playing this mission 6 more times gave me 12,000. You know, actually, let's have a look. What have I got? 1,200. Sorry. So a little bit of that would have come from my duty officer assignments where I collected a few dilithium. So 1,200 dilithium extra, and again, it's that easy to get dilithium. The next video I think I'll do is just to get this reward and show you what the benefits are. I will do the Q event on a. Is that a command? What is that? That is advanced. I think you have to do advanced or advanced or elite. I won't go elite. I'll just do advanced because my ship isn't strong enough to do an elite queued event. So you can see the benefits of actually playing through all the missions, playing through the missions just to get the rare rewards. You know, again, I only did the ship shields just so I can say that I did. I'm a hoarder. I like to collect as much as possible, but really you do not need to get the where are they? These 2 shields. You will find that you will collect even shields that are even better than this on a standard playthrough. These ones you can only get on this particular mission. So let's have a look. Not that one. Can I upgrade? Oh no, I can't actually upgrade from the bank. I've actually got to move that over. So let's see if that's a possible upgrade item. Some of them you can't upgrade for some reason. There we go. Dominion Tech upgrade again. No dilithium cost. It will go up. So let's see. 40.6 psionic damage. This will also be good against species 8472, which have a psionic attack as well. So again, unless you can find a better kit module with better shield resistance, this would be good against species 8472 until you get that kit. Maximum shield is 354. 10% of the damage will damage you personally. Regenerates 3 seconds, 2 seconds of crouching. Regenerates. Okay, so it automatically regenerates 5.3 shield capacity. So 40, 354, and 5.3. So it's gone up 3 points. It's gone up 20 points of shield maximum. And 5.6, I don't think it changed. Oh, it went up by 0.6. But that's at 11 to 12, and then 13 and 14. So if it's going to go up 3 points of psionic resistance, that means it's going to be about 50 points. Then it goes up about 20 points of maximum shield, so that will be 415. And the 5.6 should be 6.2. So yeah, it goes up a little bit. Then with the epic result, you'll sometimes get different things. Also, the capacity and regen. You should also get probably capacity ×2 or regen ×2. There should be another bonus on top of that once you get to a certain level. I think it's like every 2. Again, I can't remember. But, yeah. So there are benefits to doing this sort of thing. These are always good for duty officer assignments. I finished an Admiralty. Oh, because I actually did one. Okay. Oh no, because I got 2 level 1s. It's really easy to get to level 1, but once you get to like level 10, you have to do a lot more. So you can see I've... let's see if I actually got anything. No, I didn't actually get anything for that. Okay, so... 160 science. Science is pretty... doesn't look like I'm going to be doing too well with this one. Tactical needs more than engineering, so we'll go for the tactical and see if there's anything. So I need 60 and 10, and that's the only one I can really... okay, so 79, let's see. 88, 88, 87, 85. So that's one of these bottom 2. And again, get that 11% of possible critical. 105 again. So I always try to like to get the maximum. Now I shouldn't have any science. Okay, so 18.6 actually. Yeah, 18.6. Let's see if there's anything above that. Okay, so I got a few. I got 27, 25, and 23. 85. Okay, better than nothing. So duty officer assignments. Let's have a look. If I can find just one. I just need one to show you what I'm talking about. Of course. This is quartermaster. Doctor. Yeah. Maybe I'll have to go up a level to find it. But a lot of the missions will require that you use supplies such as these things here. There are 2 different types of supplies. The ones that you normally would have for here, and also the ones you would buy for your starbase. Again, you do have to save up for them, but you go to your replicator, and you can see your embassy provisions. So you go to your embassy. Where are we? Embassy provisions. Now you won't get any credit for this. You actually have to spend a fleet credit to buy them, and then all this does is help your fleet upgrade. But every single one of these has a different provision to buy for. Why can't I? That's right. So embassy provisions, dilithium mine, so those 2, let's have a bring this out a bit. Dilithium, Spire, research, K13, and that's it. Starbase does not need provisions. I think this is the one where you need a lot of fleet marks and dilithium. And the colony world, for these, you have to actually go to the colony world and mine it at the colony itself. So again, they've changed this slightly just to give you a bit more options, which I think is great. Okay, so my next video will just be a quick playthrough of any one of these space battles. Again, let's have a look. I might just start my reputation tree. Competitive war games. I think the 8472, because they are a major pain throughout the game. Okay, so I'll end the video here. Just like to say again, always looking for comments down below. Any suggestions on making the game better. making the playthroughs better. If you want anything described in depth, I'm happy to try to do a video on that to help you out with that. If you're new to the games, it's always good to watch these videos on YouTube. There are many other players out there that do these videos. Brett Justice is one of the main ones. He's the one I always watched. He does very good videos. I find that he's very in-depth, but sometimes he can be too in-depth, and he takes a very long time to describe one little thing. But otherwise, he knows the game inside and out. He's really intuitive on that sort of thing. If I can figure out how to do it, I'll leave a link down below for his channel. There was one other person that I used to watch, but I haven't seen for a while. But yeah, any comments, please leave them down below. I just ask that you keep it civil in the conversations. Thank you and goodbye.